Did you hear about what the rapper Common said?
You mean when he said that racism will end when blacks extend their hand out in love and forget about the past?
Yes, just like when they were asking in love to be put back on the slave ship Jesus and sent back to Africa so they can be free. Just like they reached out in love to be able to share toilets and eateries with whites and get spat on, beat up and killed. Or like those enslaved blacks wanted to escape and there were blacks who did not want to leave because they felt comfortable being the white man's slave. Yes, it was done in love.
Okay, are you being sarcastic because I never know with you, sir?
Wait, it gets worse.
Did you really just quote Sticky Fingers from Onyx in the song, Slam?
Yes, I did. Martin Luther King preached non-violence and was stabbed, beaten, arrested, and eventually killed, and he pleaded in love to be non-violent and turn the other cheek. Negroes are always so happy to have whites in their fraternity because they reach out and love, but there are not too many white Greek organizations returning the favor. The movie Dear White People was a reach out and love to say, hey, please love and accept us, we are not all bad. Hands Up Don't Shoot was a reach out and love. Mike Brown had his hands up to surrender and Darren Wilson killed him. Oscar Grant begged for his life, cried for his life right before Johannes Merciel killed him. Trayvon Martin was screaming help when Zimmerman, who was following him, held a gun to his chest and decided to murder him. Eric Garner asked to be left alone and said, I can't breathe before he was choked to his death. Renisha McBride was looking for help before she was shot to her death. Ferguson protesters pleaded and said Black Lives Matter. This was a reach out and love to understand the importance of black life, but they were given a response filled with rubber bullets and tear gas.
You know something, I noticed. Why do black folks, after all that happened to them, feel the need to apologize for another black person's individual actions to the white media?
That's because they are thinking, maybe if I continue to plead in love and appeal to whites' moral virtue, sooner or later, they will stop with the injustice. Blacks have been taking the high moral ground road for centuries now, and look how far they have came, or not very far to be honest. Meanwhile, the Jewish community passed the law to where any Nazis receiving Social Security benefits would end. Whether in diapers or close to death. The No Social Security for Nazis Act was passed and Texas Representative Tom Johnson said, and I quote, while the number of Nazis receiving Social Security is few, allowing payments to continue is an insult to those who suffered at the hands of the Nazis, end quote. Jews did not reach out in love to the Nazis to end their problem. Look at the community of those who claim the identity of Jewish, and look at the black community. Guess what else?
What else, man?
Back in 2013, the California Supreme Court, which finalizes requests of applicants to be licensed as a lawyer in California, is now authorized to approve qualified applicants regardless of their immigrant status, thanks to Governor Jerry Brown for doing that then. Now American-born niggers in California will get dominated by immigrants who look nothing like them, and were not born in the United States. Blacks allowed everyone during the civil rights movement to get their issues off while they loved everybody, and black people were left holding the bag. Everybody else got their issues off, and now they look at black people and give them the middle finger. See what reaching out in love got black people? That is not love, it's cowardly. All that love thy enemy while I attack my own is foolish on the parts of black people. Your enemies are emboldened by this. Common makes no sense. Common is way off with this one. Blacks better empower themselves or die crying in a love that will never, ever, ever come. If it did, so what? Love yourself first, black people.